you with me? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this. Know that I appreciate you. It is I, Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. It is Thursday morning, January 28th, 2021, and it is 8:20, my goodness, in the AM. And I am headed to work. And today I think I'm going to take the freeway. It should hopefully be safe today to take the freeway. I took the freeway home last night. And when I tell you, I really wished that I had not. I really wish that I hadn't. But I needed to because I had to get something done by a certain time, and the only way for me to make that happen was to get on the freeway. How are you doing this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening? Again, whenever you are watching this, how are you doing? Did you sleep well? Did you eat well last night? I slept okay. I ate okay. I see your turn signal, but I ain't 100% sure you're actually turning. Okay, you did. Again, did not cook. I will be preparing something tonight, though. I just gotta go to the store and get the stuff. But yeah, did not cook. We ended up getting some KFC because again, we had to run this errand before, and we were on a time crunch to get it done, and it took longer than I thought that it would. Much longer than I thought that it would. But it's done now. At least that part of it is done now. There's a second part that needs to be done, and I have to decide if I am going to actually search online for the second part, or if I'm going to search the stores for the second part. And I think I may do a combination of the two. There are two particular stores that I'd like to go to try to locate what I'm looking for. And then if I don't find what I'm looking for, I will resort to online. And I can't, I mean, I guess I could say, but I'm choosing not to say. I guess that's the best way to put it. Oh gosh, this giant truck. It's not slowing down, and I need to get over before the bend. Ugh, and he's got rocks on there. So anyway, yeah, I've got to figure out if I want to do a combination of the two or just strictly do one or the other. This is going to be tough for him to do. It's Thursday, and I know better. Trucks are really very active on Mondays and Thursdays, especially. Yeah, and I know why Monday. I'm not 100% sure about why Thursday. And I noticed this in Chicago, that trucks that are delivering things, I know that Mondays is a heavy day for them because it's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. But excuse me, I never understood why Thursday, unless it's just that they're trying to get it done before the weekend ends. I don't know. Something is rattling. I don't know what it is. Something is rattling. But anyhow, that was a tangent that I didn't mean. Yeah, you come on over so I can get around you. So yeah, yeah, when we finished our errand, we just went and got some chicken. And nibbled on that. I wasn't really hungry, and neither was he. But I also knew that I wasn't going to cook when we got home because I knew he was going to be excited about the errand that we ran. And I knew he was going to want to do things and show it off and all of that good stuff. So I knew that by the time we finished doing that, I would be tired. And he didn't get to do it like he wanted to, but he did eventually get to do it. So I nibbled on my food and did not finish it, so I'm taking it for lunch. Taking it for lunch to finish it up. I've had cereal this morning. I decided to go ahead and finish my cereal off. So I'm quite full. I've had my vitamins already this morning, so I got half a bottle of water in me already. The goal is to finish the other half in the next hour or so and then refill. So, did I tell, and I'm sure I did, I got cereal stuck in my teeth. So I listened to this gospel station, this AM gospel station, every morning, Monday through Friday. I listened every morning. And I don't know why you're going so slow. Let me get around. With the new year, like right after the new year started, it's no longer my gospel channel. It's the Black News Network, I think is what it's called. And I'm fine with it being the Black News Network because there are things that I can, be updated on, kept aware of, kept abreast of, made aware of. There are things that I can do. Please do not switch lanes. We cannot afford that. And that's fine. Again, it's a needed station. However, I have no idea where my gospel music is now. And I have surfed the AM stations trying to find my gospel music. No idea what they did with this. So I've been listening to, for a hot moment, the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And when I say a hot moment, I mean literally it's usually on, or some other station that my husband listens to is usually on when I get in the car. And I listen to it for maybe 30 seconds before I turn the camera on to start recording. I'm disappointed because, where did that rock come from? I'm disappointed because listening to gospel music in the morning is it's an added layer of energy for me. Like some people need coffee, energy drinks. Some people smoke their cigarettes and say that it gives them energy. For me, with my morning routine, I've got my prayer and medication. Doggone it. Got my prayer and my meditation. I said medication, didn't I? Prayer and meditation. My affirmations. My declarations. And from time to time, I will listen to a prayer online. But then I get in the car and I'm listening to my gospel music, and all of those things are things that prepare me for my day. And not to have that music is like, wow, what happened, you guys? It doesn't mean that I am any less energized, because I'm not. I found that I can make it without, but it just, again, was that added layer. I really appreciated it. to it for a very long time in the morning because, again, I turn the radio off when I turn the camera on. But just for that hot second to get whatever song it is that I wanted to get or needed to get, to hear the commentary, the inspiration in the commentary, to get that stuff is just kind of, it's missing. So I've got to either continue on without it or find another way to get it. And that's simple enough. I can always go to YouTube and pull up an inspirational song because that's where I go to get my, if I listen to a morning prayer, if I listen to a morning prayer, that's where I go. I go to YouTube. There's a channel that I follow that has morning prayer every morning. Pre-recorded, of course. And so it's just disappointing that it's not there. And again, of course, I can make it without, but when you get into a routine of things and then that routine is broken, it just kind of throws you a little bit. So I was thrown for a little while. I'm good now. I'm still disappointed. Well, I can't even say I'm still disappointed. I miss having that later. But it is what it is. Stations do what they need to do to make money. And clearly, the Black News Network or whatever it's called, I can't even remember what it's called now. I just know that it's news centered around African Americans. It's a much needed channel, a much needed station. So I am not begrudging them their airtime. Just where did my gospel go? So that's my little rant about that. What else is going on? I brought my binder, my journal with me today. That I'm going to be doing my vision board or goal board. I'm calling it a vision board, even though it is in bullet journal fashion or style. It's still vision. I brought that with me today so that I can get started on that. My actual vision board still is incomplete, but it will be completed before Sunday, because Sunday is when I'm going to do my webinar. I intended to get the video done for it last night, but with all of the stuff that we ended up doing, I did not. But I will get it up. I will get it up. And then tonight we have our live talking about the next chapter in Life Took a Turn, and I've got to figure out what story I want read in this chapter, because this chapter is, I would have to say, is my favorite. I would have to say it is my favorite. Because it's so creative and it's so the writers were so off the cuff with this one almost, and then I had them tweak what they created in that moment. It is one of my favorites, and it came from, well, if you come to the Zoom on Thursdays, you'll know how this works. You won't see it tonight though, because of course it's happening tonight, and by the time you see this video, this vlog, Thursday will have come and gone. So this chapter is entitled The Chair. If you get the book, go get the book. Go get the freaking book. Life Took a Turn. If you go to my website, JuaitanRobinson.com, You can find the book there. Go get the book. Go get it. Is it still on sale? Good Lord. I think it's still on sale. I don't think I've taken it off sale price. So go get the book. It's normally $25. I think I still have it up there for $15. Dagnabbit. And that's just because I haven't taken the time to go on there and change it. So you need to go while you have the opportunity. Go do it. That's something else that I need to do. I need to put in my planner for getting done between probably tomorrow night and the first weekend in February, is going through and just doing some behind the scene maintenance on my website and on my pay accounts and things of that nature. Okay, so here's another thing. So I opened up my business bank accounts before Thanksgiving because I went in there, before Thanksgiving. I went in there and I opened it up under my name, and then I took care of the paperwork that I needed to take care of, went back in there 2 days later and opened it up under the business name and closed the one that was under my name. So I got the card for the one that was under my name like a week or so later after opening the account. Got the card for it. Thanksgiving comes and goes. Now, I know that the mail is running slow. I know that it is, because we now have someone in charge of the mail, and hopefully with this new administration, that will all be rectified. But my understanding is we now have someone in charge of the Postal Service that has no freaking clue about the Postal Service, and started changing things that didn't need to be changed. So although I got the card for the personal account that I opened up in my name, that should have been it was going to be the business account, but since I did the paperwork that needed to be done, it's now the business account. It's under the business name. Anyway, even though I got that card fairly quickly, like I said, within a week, maybe a week and a half, pushing it, I have not yet gotten the cards for the business accounts. And this was done before Thanksgiving. So I went in to find out what was happening. I went in after Thanksgiving to find out. No, I went in after Christmas, because I still didn't have the cards when I got sick. And I actually called and left a message for my banker to say, look, I don't have the cards. I don't know what's going on. Can you take a look at it? That was the Friday before I got sick, which means at this point, it had already been a month, just over a month since I did that. Didn't have the cards. And then I got sick. And then I called again to say that I was coming into the office if I didn't hear from him, because I did not hear from him the whole time I was sick. And I was out sick for 10 full days. Actually, if you really look at it, it was more like 14 days, but I say 10 days because of work. I was out sick for basically 2 weeks. So that means the Friday before I got sick, then the 2 weeks that I was sick, this dude did not call. So I called him and said, I'm coming in because I haven't heard from you. So if I don't hear from you today, by the time I take lunch, I'm coming into the bank. And wouldn't you know, I drive up to the bank, I park, and as I'm parking, he's calling me to tell me that he just listened to my message, to tell him that I was coming into the branch if I didn't hear from him. So I get inside, because I told him, look, I'm here now. I'm coming inside. So I get inside. He figures out that it was something that he didn't do on his side to make it happen, to get me the cards. Okay, fine. You fixed it. No harm, no foul, even though there was a little bit of harm and it was all foul. And when I say a little bit of harm, it's because there are things that I want to actually pay out of the business accounts. There are payments that I want to take into the business accounts that I can't take into the business accounts because I don't have the cards. And I know that I can actually forward everything that I typically pay out of my personal account. I can actually forward already or change the accounts on it. But I didn't want to do it until I actually had the bank cards in hand, because some of that stuff requires the card information. Some of it will take the routing and account number, but most of it requires the card information. I could very easily continue to pay it out of my personal account, which is what I've been doing, and then transfer the funds from the business to the personal because they're all connected. I could do that. I don't want to. Excuse me. I want to pay this stuff out of the freaking business account. So now we're sitting, it's now after Christmas. I've gone in. He fixed whatever needed to be fixed. About 2 weeks, about a week later, a week and a half or so later, I get the passcodes for the 2 cards. For the 2 accounts, the passcodes, because you know they send that stuff separately. They send you your bank card, they send you your passcodes, your initial generic passcodes, and then you change it to whatever you want to change it to. So I get the passcodes for the 2 cards about a week after I went in to see him. So that lets me know that it's the system is now working the way it needs to. Do you know we are now almost at the end of January and I still do not have my bank cards for the business accounts? And at this point, it is the mail service. It's not the bank. It's the mail service. Because in order for them to send me the passcodes, the bank cards also have to be on the way as well. And it typically doesn't take more than a week after you get your passcodes. It's usually only like 2-3 days, but I say a week because sometimes it can take that long. I have checked this mailbox every day, with the exception of last night, every day for the last month. Today is the 28th. I have been checking this account, this mailbox every day for the last month. Every single day. To the point where the husband is like, what are you looking for? Why are you going to the mailbox every single day? We don't go to the mailbox every day. What are you looking for? And I was looking for something else, so I told him about something else that I was looking for and not the cards for the business accounts. But yeah, I still don't have them. I still don't have them. So I'm agitated because it's really holding up some things. Again, I want to switch all of the stuff that I pay out of my personal account to the business accounts. That's the whole point to me having them. So I'm not paying out of my personal account. I've got a young lady that wants to buy books. I got to buy books. I need to do that today. I need to do that. I need to remember to do that today. I want to buy, there's a young lady that wants to buy some books from me. And I want her to buy the books. So I have to order the copies and then sell them to her because she doesn't want to go through Amazon. She wants me to actually get the books, sign them, and then give them to her. And, you know, sell them to her. And then she's going to give them out as gifts to her friends. But she's going to buy the books from me. I don't want the money coming to my personal account. I want it going to my business account. And guess what? It's like, seriously? Why don't I have these cards yet? This is ridiculous. Insane. 100% insane. Okay, so now that rant is done, I'm hoping that the cards are there now in my mailbox because I did not check the mailbox yesterday. I hope that they're there now, no later than tomorrow, because I've got a lot of stuff to do And I can't go back to the bank and say, look, the cards haven't gotten to me yet, because then it's going to take them a whole lot of time to get another set of cards out to me. And I don't. I'm agitated. And it is truly the mail service. I know it's the mail service. Everybody's stuff a lot of stuff is being held up because it's being considered not essential or non-important. And I guess the bank cards are falling into that category. I guess. Because I don't have them. One of my coworkers has gone to her post office to complain because she knows that she's supposed to have mail coming to her because she tracks her mail. She knows that she's supposed to have mail come to her, and it's not getting to her. It's just sitting in the post office, in her neighborhood post office. So now I'm going to see, probably Saturday. I'll go Saturday to see what's holding the mail up, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But all right, it is 8:46. I want to go ahead and get my day started. There are a couple of things I want to do before the work day starts for me. So I'm going to get inside. Yeah, I'm done with that rant. I'll more than likely talk about it again on here. About where I am in the process, if I actually get the cards, if I have to do something else to make it happen. Once upon a time, you could get the cards made at the bank. This is a totally different bank that I'm dealing with now. But once upon a time, there was a bank that just, that made the card for you right then and there. Banks may have to go back to doing that if this is what the mail service is going to do. So, anyway, let me get in. Peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you. Each and every one of you that watches my videos, whether you subscribe or not, I appreciate you. But it would be great if you actually liked the videos, like hit the like button, and then also hit the subscribe button. And even the notification bell so that you knew when I had videos coming up. That'd be amazing if you do that. I appreciate it.